Our world is an interesting place, and for many people, there is a drive to form social groups outside of the mainstream. Over the past several decades, many subcultures have formed that initially weren't very noticeable to the average person. But in an era in which the internet provides a way for people to communicate in ways never before possible, many of those subcultures have grown and become huge. Subculture is a branch off from mainstream culture, embracing its own unique style. Oftentimes, as more and more people do it, pieces of various subcultures become mainstream. Today, I want to talk about my country, South Korea, its music industry, which is called K-pop. It simply stands for Korean pop.
안녕. 쉽지 않죠. 바쁘죠. 왜 이렇게까지 해야 하나 싶죠. 바라는 게 더럽게 많죠.
The Korean pop music history does not date back to very old times, as it was just back in the 1990s that pop music started to becoming really popular in Korea. K-pop is a fusion of synthesized music, sharp dance routines, and fashionable and colorful outfits. The catch music itself could be described as sanitized bubblegum pop with a fusion of electro, disco, hip-hop, R&B, and rock sound. The genre seems to focus on bands rather than on solo acts, as the average size of a K-pop band is over 4.47 members for boys and 4.21 for girls. While the songs are mostly in Korean, a few words of the repetitive choruses are sometimes in English for more international appeal, and a rap verse might be included. In the mid-90s, the South Korean president was shown a report showing that the export revenue of the Steven Spielberg movie Jurassic Park was equal to export sales of 1.5 million Hyundai cars. The government then identified the cultural industry as the next growth driver. Numerous state research agencies were created to boost the nation's cultural industry. Let's look into the beginning of K-pop. There was a group named Seotaeji and the Boys in 1990s. Before him, Korean had seen American music and Korean music, but never before had they seen a combination of the two until the Saturday of April 1992 when they performed their first single. The group took the popular American sound of rap, rock, techno, and R&B and combined them with Korean lyrics, inventing a unique hybrid of modern and traditional popular culture from two very different parts of the world. Their first single went to number 1 for a record-breaking 16 weeks straight. Taeji and the Boys created a completely new genre that distinguished the music of the youth from the music of the adult. For the first time, someone was writing music that kids and teenagers could relate to. The lyrics weren't about dramatic breakups or shy glances at girls, but instead about frustration towards the school system and the oppression of youth via government brainwashing. Because of this, to this day, most industry professionals name the exact date of Seotaeji and the Boys' debut performance as the definitive beginning of K-pop. Since then, many bands and singers have emerged on the scene, some of which even proved to be world-class players. Initially, music created for an Asian demographic. At the end of 2011, YouTube officially added the K-pop genre to its music category, making it the first country-specific musical genre to be added to the list. And the video of the most popular idol groups have topped dozens of million views. According to the Korean newspaper 한국일보, at the beginning of 2012, K-pop videos on YouTube had been viewed more than 23 billion times. And according to a survey conducted by the Korean Culture and Information Service in 2011, there are over 3 million K-pop fans worldwide, a number that has arguably grown since Psy's hit song Gangnam Style. Whether K-pop popularity is related to talent or other reasons, the industry is boosting the Korean economy in more ways than one. K-pop is quickly becoming one of the country's biggest exports. In 2011, export equaled 180 million, up 112% from the previous year. Popular groups hold world tours spanning from Indonesia to Chile to France. Since Psy's Gangnam Style went viral, there has been a massive influx of tourists to Korea, as well as an increase in interest of Korean products and cuisine. K-pop has been contributing for good image of Korea and helped to grow economy. But as a music fan, let's talk about music, its quality and contents. Personally, I don't listen to K-pop at all, and most of the time, I feel shame, to be honest. Let's listen to it for a while. It is all about girls or voice groups dancing half naked with horrible life skills. And those who became singers, they are actually not really talented but trained by labels. There is no creativity and they are just employees work as instructed. Labels recruit budding stars and bind them to contracts that can last as long as 13 years. The bootcamp system is like a factory, constantly pumping out the hottest and youngest stars. In order to ensure the genre's competitiveness in the music industry, every K-pop singers have been carefully selected and had to go through several years of training regime conducted by a team of experts. Moreover, in this competitive industry, the well-oiled system of the labels is still vulnerable to the unpredictability of the public reaction. The song Gangnam Style is a great example of this unpredictability. Unlike other Korean groups are specifically targeting the US market and adapting their songs to appeal to North America, Psy managed to become a worldwide hit without even trying. Furthermore, the emphasis is clearly put on the catch melodies rather than on the lyrics, and the lyrics aren't really elaborate. For example, in Tiara 4-minute song Bopip Bopip, the phrase Bopip Bopip is repeated no less than 110 times. In this fast-paced music industry, the lack of originality and diversity may take its toll. A lot of new idol groups emerge each year and their demographic is only teenagers. Sometimes I watch Korean music show by mistake while changing the channels and, well, there's no music for me in top 20 chart anymore. In conclusion, music labels exist to make money, therefore they follow trends to survive and keep their company on the right track. It is similar to fashion brands as they change the trend day by day, season to season. It is sad reality. There are plenty of talented artists considered underground and cannot be shined, and those who debut from big labels are reflected as real artists and represented to the world as Korean singers. Such singers with no creativity eventually screw Korean music industry as they just evolve in same patterns and its image to the world has already been set. Thank you for watching my video.